Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I have some amazing guests with me. I have Mike from Clock Family Adventures and Sean from the Down Under Cruisers. So,
Hello.
Sean, we're doing an amazing fundraiser this weekend. Did you want to
We
share?
are.
Do you
We
want to
are.
share?
I do, but give me 1 second because I just got to
Sure,
fix something for a second. There we go.
sure.
Fixed it. I didn't want. Okay, I got YouTube running on another window, and I didn't want it to come across. And I know Clocky can't handle more than one thing at a time. So,
That's right.
as a result, I just wanted to shut it off first so that we don't let Clocky be confused. I
I
love
Doesn't
you,
take
completely.
long.
Clocky.
It would have been probably me that was confused. To be honest, I'd be like, "Wait, is it me?"
Well, yeah, nah. Yeah,
It
nah.
is. It is early here. It's 8 in the morning.
Well, it is. It's late here. You know that. I'm actually getting ready for bed, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll manage.
Well, I'm so grateful you're here. Both of you are here. My partner in crime didn't get off work until late last night, and then he was on the Carnival website last night looking at the glitch, so he didn't go to bed till late. So I appreciate both of you for joining me this morning.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
no
us
problem.
at any rate. And first of all, let me just say, for those that were around last night, it was absolutely amazing. Um, we raised. I'm just getting an update right at this second. We raised $2,631. We started off with $1,887. So we've raised the best part of $1,000. I'm really, really excited about that. And it's just the start. We the goal for us today is $10,000. So that's the end goal for us. So thank you very much for all who have donated. I am eternally grateful. Um, you know, every little dollar helps because what we're going to end up doing is putting more and more people on board cruise ships, and that's why we're here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, um, Jimmy just made a comment. If you look at the bottom of the
Sure.
chat there, Jen,
Yeah, I was gonna.
Jimmy's going. I still have some makeup on. I'm getting ready to clean it up, Jimmy. I'm getting ready to clean it up. I've got my shower cap here. I've got my shower brush. It is 23. No, not 23. Can't be 11 o'clock. It is. It's 23:02. I'm getting ready for bed. Here's my dressing gown. Anybody want to come join me?
You just need a rubber ducky.
I left it on the ship.
Oh no. Hopefully, with a new owner, and they're going to
Absolutely. It
find
was
your
hidden
channel.
and it said helping hands for cruising all over it.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I wanted to start by saying hello to some friends. We have Cruise Nuts, who was first this morning. Hey, Mike and Tracy, I hope you're doing
Hello,
well. We have Kenny,
Kenny.
and he was the first recipient of the Helping Hands for Cruising. And so I'm so glad to see you, Kenny. I hope you're doing well. We had the Down Under Cruisers. I think we know them, right?
Yeah, we do. It's helping hands for cruising we've got a problem with.
Right. Um, Michael Ann, spoiled mama. Hope you're doing well. Jimmy, the astute tourist. I hope you're both doing well, and I hope your weather's doing amazing. I know that we enjoyed being up there last weekend. It was just absolutely amazing. Um, the schedule for today is actually pinned at the top of the post here. It's got the playlist, but I'm sure Meg has it here. I see she's here.
Meg does have it, but just to give you a heads up, you guys are on now. We're followed at 10 by Jimmy at the Astute Tourist. 11, we've got Bruce from Ocean to Ocean. Um, there's this group at 12 o'clock called Embarkation Nation. I don't know if you know who they are.
I've
Um,
heard of them.
yeah, you have. I think so. Blaine and Mallory. Sorry, Mallory's on at 1 p.m. with with that add-on guy Blaine. That's really creative. At 2:00 we've got Amy on, and then 3 is Mark Lan. 4:00 is Kenny. 5:00 is first mate Billy. He loses his captain status until he gets rid of the Fosters. At 6:00 this evening, we'll have Sherry or some sunsets. That'll be amazing. 7:00 we've got PSV, Sir Paul. 8 p.m. is Kicking a Country, Sir Scott and Amber. And then at 9:00 is Meg. Oh, Meg, yeah. And then 10 and 11 we've got what's that cohort you mix with that other guy? What's his name?
Eddie Lugo Studio.
He's got a fantastic wife by the name of Alice. I feel so sorry for her. Oh yes, it's Eddie Lugo Studios. That's the lineup for today. G'day, Najuma.
That is a wonderful lineup. I know we're going to be watching throughout the day. Andrew and I, we didn't make any plans, so we're going to be in and out throughout the day, helping support where we can, if we're not live. So that's exciting. Good morning. Good morning, Najima Brown, or good afternoon, depending on which side of the pond you're on.
She's on your side.
In New York.
Oh, okay. In New York?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Meg. I hope you're doing well. I'm still trying to wake up, guys. It's 8:00, and like I said, I was up late. Meg. So, Mr. Cluck, I hear you had a proposition to help raise some money today.
Yep. So Sean won it yesterday, but we met some new people in the chat for today. If I get a $500 donation, I will be wearing a dress on my live tomorrow night, sitting in the back chair so everybody could see the full Monty. And
the full Monty?
Wife will be running the show. Yeah, don't get excited now, Sean.
Okay.
Although, from what I was told, if a man wears a skirt, doesn't matter what kind it is, you got to go all natural underneath.
Oh.
Yeah. I was wanting to see Matt in his kilt, but we know where his sporran is. Added to that, if Mr. Clocky gets his $500 and he's forced into a dress, add another 500 and you shall see moi in the dress.
Oh.
Add another 500 and we get Dewey in the dress as well. Add another 500 to that and Crystal will be in her see-through bikini. Add another 500 to that and Pa will be in a dress as well. And if we're lucky enough, another 500 and we'll get Ilana in her see-through bikini. So there you go. There's the lineup, folks. I want to see the coffers going up.
Ooh, that's a lot to see there, guys. So let's go ahead and start making those donations. And I put it in I know Meg probably has it in the chat. If not, I have Nightbot should be dropping the link as well to the PayPal account. So that way y'all can make your donations and hopefully it drops the link correctly. If it's not, let me know.
Also, if I may ask Jen, if I might just interrupt for 30 seconds, if the link comes up and asks you what currency, excuse me, please use USD. Please do not use AUD. If you use AUD, I've got to convert it, and then we lose money. So USD would be the best.
Okay. So US dollars, everybody. Oh, I wonder what I did last time. Hopefully I did that right last time.
So anything that happened over this weekend should have been in USD. So if you've made donations during the week, during today, they should have been in USD.
Okay. So PSV is saying somebody pre-positioned clock.
That's right.
Wasn't me.
I have a black dress and I have a flowered dress.
Ooh.
You all get to pick.
Ooh. Now, does this come with heels and pearls?
Possibly pearls.
Okay.
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Hey, I
I got a
know
Thon hat.
you
Maybe
said
we'll
you
throw some other props in there with it.
okay. Okay. So, guys, let's raise some money. Let's Clock is putting a lot on the table.
Yeah, literally.
I believe
Literally.
that's some sort of fat joke right there.
No, 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 no,
It
no.
wasn't me. Wasn't me.
No, no,
Wasn't
no,
me.
no, 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 no.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what. When I put on a dress, I need to get a maternity skirt.
Me too. So we've had some new individuals join us. Mike from Mike and Rihanna's Adventures.
G'day, folks. How you going?
Hey, good morning. PSV Odyssey, Mr. Paul. I hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Yes, let me just make sure here. Oh, Danny D. Good morning.
Good
G'day,
morning.
g'day, Danny.
Good day. I'm gonna highlight. Meg's dropped the link here, so you can directly go to PayPal. Please make donations. I was thinking about just that first cruise, Sean. Like, there's nothing more special than taking somebody. I think Clock, you and I were even talking about this offline the other day. Taking somebody on their first cruise, like the excitement of seeing the ship for the first time and the anticipation of like, because with us, we took a first time cruiser in May. My mom took one of her good friends, and it was her first cruise. She 55 years old, first cruise, always wanted to do it. My mom needed a roommate. It was the perfect scenario. And we call her Mama Jen. And so me and Andrew, we were in Galveston. And so we were like, we're going to stay at the Harbor House. And that way you can wake up in the morning and see the cruise ship. Because we kept telling her how big the ship was. We're like, because she was like, I'm a little nervous. I don't want it to be like a little boat. And I'm like, it's not. It's a huge ship. And we kept trying to explain it to her. And, images, we were showing video and of the Carnival Dream. And they just don't do it justice, right? Of seeing the ship. And so it was like 5:30 in the morning. And I was like, Mama Jan, the ship, it's coming in the channel. So we all get up and we were standing down there and she was like, that's our ship. I'm like, that's our ship. Like, and I said, that's not even, it's the Carnival Dream. That's not even the biggest one. I mean, that's our ship though. And I mean, she was just so excited. Just like taking pictures, calling, doing a Facebook Live, just the excitement. And then, to go from there to like, here's the food you get. I don't have to pay for that. No, this is included. The dance parties, that's included. I mean, like, and just the realization of this trip and seeing it in her eyes and just how excited she was and making memories with my mom, which is just totally just made our day. I mean, Mama Jen had an experience of a lifetime. She's already planning her next cruise with her family, ready to go. But just seeing somebody's excitement for the first time of going on a vacation like such as a cruise is just incredible to witness and to be
Hey,
a
you
part
know
of.
what? I can relate on 2 counts, because when we took Kenny, going on board that cruise, just watching Kenny's face. Now Kenny was different in that he'd never seen the ocean, he'd never seen a beach. So here we are taking him on this thing that's going to float over the ocean. And then he gets to realize while he's on this cruise that there is actually a whole world right underneath where he is. Just made the huge difference as well. But add this to another story. As you may or may not know, in March, Ilana and I and my sister, we took my parents on their very first cruise. Okay, Mom's 82, Dad's 87. They went on their very first cruise. And he went from Melbourne to Sydney. And a bit of a joke, Dad walks with a frame. And so when we got to the gate, one of the porters said, "Sir, let me put you in a wheelchair." So He goes, yeah, fine, no worries. Dad's sitting in the wheelchair. So mum grabs a hold of dad's frame and walks it up. Well, did that help us in no end, right? Because when you go in with assistance, you go in with assistance, first priority, right? We were in the gate on the ship within 15 minutes. Mum looks at me and she goes, does this happen all the time? No. You can imagine everybody else. My sister, 2 hours, right? But that's besides it's only my sister. That pays her for what she's done to me in the no, I'm joking. At the end of the day, folks, the experience when somebody new to the whole concept of cruising gets on board a cruise ship, things that we take for granted, they take as being, my God, this is a new world. And I can tell you, it's absolutely incredible to watch.
It is, and I, I I sometimes forget. I started cruising about 20 years ago, so I kind of was very fortunate that my parents were able to take me at a younger age. But I remember taking Andrew on his first cruise and asking him, he had never cruised before, and I remember asking him like, "Hey, do you want to snorkel?" And he was like, "No." I'm like, "What do you mean no?" Like, it's snorkeling in Cozumel. And he was like, no, the water is going to be dirty. And I'm like, dirty? Well, Andrew grew up in Boston, and Maine's cold, like so he was thinking like, and then Galveston water and here in Corpus too, it's not the prettiest water. We'll just be honest with that. And I just remember being like, you don't want to snorkel? And he was like, no. But I remember and it was a short cruise, like a 5 day. And I remember when we got off the ship in Cozumel, he was like, I could see the fish. Like, it was like such a, like, I will never forget that moment. He was just like, I can see the fish. And I was like, yeah, this is what I was trying to get you to snorkel in. Like, like he was like, oh, well, the next time I asked if he wanted to snorkel in Belize, he was on it. Like, he was like, yes.
So here's a memory. There was a group of us that in Bonaire, we rented got the golf carts. So we rented 4 golf carts. And there we were going around the island, and we got to the slave huts. And Donovan, who was with us at the time, Donovan Rush, he jumps into Kenny's golf cart. And he drives Kenny's golf cart right down to the water's edge. And he sits there and he's explaining to Kenny about the life that's under the ocean. The sharks and the whales and the fishes. And there's a whole life under there. And then you turn around and you look at Kenny's eyes and there are dinner plates. That's a memory I'll never forget.
No, I mean, you're right. It's a memory you'll never forget. And that's why this is why it's so important to, in any amount helps. I mean, any amount you have helps. And it just, you're helping assist somebody in making a new memory, living it maybe a lifetime goal, or, maybe prospectively changing their life. I mean, you never know what somebody's truly going through, and acts of kindness can change them in so many ways.
Absolutely.
I know for us, it's the 6-year anniversary of Hurricane Harvey. And I remember going through that and just not just thinking that we'll never see the end of that tunnel. Like, never, there's so many things that changed in an instance that it was like, we're never going to be able to do X, Y, Z again. We're, just, you come down on yourself. And I remember it was another organization that came and helped us. And just, I was talking to a lady in her perspective and in her, just like, this is just a storm and you'll build past it. And just simple acts of kindness completely changed my outlook. I mean, again, I was young and naive and things happen, but in the moment you think, oh, and just, it changed that moment. And you know what? Our life has probably been better since the storm. And honestly, we've done things that we never thought. And so just acts of kindness, kind words, just being an amazing person, human to another human, can just do so much.
And I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I'll tell you what, that whole concept of that inaugural cruise did not only change Kenny's life, but everybody who was involved in that process, it changed their lives as well.
Right.
You know, I mean, you can talk to people like Crystal. When she went on that cruise, the impact that cruise had changed her life totally. You look at Ilana and I, our experience on board that ship. I never thought that we would have that much impact, but it did. You know, you look at Kenny, man, he's going on his next cruise. Seriously?
I know. And that's just amazing. I was so happy for that. Like it's I love it.
Never even thought that might happen.
Right.
And then you move on, and the sort of people you meet. Yes, people's lives go up and down in yo-yos, but at the end of the day, what impact can you make, and how much can you change somebody's life?
Correct.
And the benefit to that is that your life grows as well. So here we go. You know, we've got another cruise coming up shortly. Amy's cruise, Carnival Breeze. Man, seriously, folks, if you don't get on that ship, then I don't know, because you're missing out on the biggest opportunity to change your life. And something else is interesting here. It's just over 2 years since the inaugural, when Amy's cruise will be on. So that's going to be absolutely amazing.
That is amazing. I love that. I wanted to say hello to some and then kind of catch up with chat.
Sure.
Good
Sorry.
morning. No, this is important. Good morning, Billy. I hope you're doing amazing. Good morning, Lisa Merca. This is my aunt, and I can also I know we've talked about her first cruise. My dad used to always talk about cruising, and the moment she went on the Carnival Magic, I know we've talked about that moment in particular. I'm going to skip over something. Yes, seeing the ship and how big it is. That's just, I can't imagine. Just
Yeah.
I remember first time I saw the cruise ship, and I mean I was it was, like I said, 20 years ago. I was probably about 16, and I still remember coming. We were in Miami and coming over the bridge, and my dad being like, "That's our home for the next week." I'm like, that's what we're staying on. Good morning, Jen. Cohen. I hope you're doing well.
Hello.
G'day.
Travel Adventures with Eric B. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope he's had an awesome series also about traveling in Europe, and
Eric is something special. Tell you what. I mean, that he's taken me to Europe. He wants me to go there. I'll tell you what. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and seeing the culture. I mean that's another thing, is culture, like exposing cultures, and that's a whole nother topic. I mean, it's amazing. Hello, this is Adventuring Cruising. I hope you're doing well. If I'm skipping over your comment, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that I say hello to everybody. Hi, Scott from the Mustard Drill. I hope you're doing well.
Scott. Oh no, seriously.
No, Scott's amazing. He and Z were on yesterday, and they had a great topic, and it was wonderful to watch. Hi,
I'm upset with Scott, actually, because the reason why I'm upset is Scott always does his shows while I'm asleep.
Oh yeah, because it's early for me, so I know it's late for you. Mr. Bill, I hope you're doing well. I know this is early for you.
G'day, Bill.
And Meg's just meeting up with everyone, and the anticipation of that cruise changed her life.
You know what? Meg came to the meetup before the inaugural group cruise, and that was just an eye-opener for half the people when they saw Meg. I know for us it was awesome. You just get your hands around her and give her a big old hug, and there you go. And you got to catch her first, because she doesn't like being in contact with people unless you're giving them a hug.
I know. I love Meg's, like, I watch a lot of her aquarium videos, and I just love like her. You can tell she's a little reserved sometimes, and Andrew's kind of reserved too. And I don't know that I would run up to you, Meg, and give you a hug, but maybe a fist bump. I wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable, but I know that we could definitely talk about some of your amazing videos at the aquarium.
Well, I just want to thank her publicly. She's put all of this together, and I couldn't be more grateful, as
Yep.
well as
Yes.
assisting us with getting our 501c organized. Oh, whoops. Yes, we've got an application out there with a 501c. So we'll see how we go.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. And that opens you up to so much more.
Yep.
That is, I work for a 501c, so that's amazing. That I'm so happy for y'all. That's incredible. Good, James Katniss, he's another recipient of that.
G'day, James. How you going, buddy?
Morning. And he's already got another cruise booked as well.
Yeah, I know.
I think so.
No, anybody who's a recipient, there is no requirement for you to book a second cruise. Much. No, we don't expect you to.
No, but when you have an experience such as your first time cruise, you leave looking for your next
Wanting
cruise,
more. Yeah.
figuring out how to make it happen. At least that's my experience. Maybe I'm speaking for everybody, but my experience is once I get off of a cruise ship, I'm ready for another. Like, and I think Meg brought up a great point too about meeting individuals. I know with Clock we have a group cruise that we're going on, and I am so excited to meet individuals that I talk to every day, and
no doubt.
And just just seeing the interaction with us as a group and as a community, and then to experience on a cruise ship, I'm sure is life changing as well. And I know Clock and I will be on the Alaska cruise, which is a Helping Hands for Cruising cruise, and I am so excited for that. Whoever the individual may be, just to Alaska. I mean, that's amazing. And I know that we've joked about bears and different things, but what an opportunity, and again, life changing.
Yeah.
I know I don't see Ocean. It's kind of early for him this morning. At least maybe I haven't seen him yet.
He was emailing me at 6:00 this morning. So you know what? He better make his way on here.
That is early, Bruce. But we've kind of collectively as a group thought about how we could assist for this individual, and the best way to do that is to donate to this weekend or future weekends for Helping Hands for Cruising, and helping that individual and having that cruise and all the things that goes with it. I know before you've talked about you don't have to just be a part of the Helping Hands Cruise-a-thon to donate. Did you want to that at all a little bit, Scott? I mean,
so the PayPal is open 24/7. On top of I know Bruce has got it. I know Ross puts it on his screen. Anytime there is a live stream going out or any stream whatsoever, you'll see something like this over here. That's the QR code to the Helping Hands for Cruising PayPal account. Go ahead, donate. We will take in any donation at any time, because we know the importance of getting somebody new on a cruise. Hey, let me say this from the outset. Every dollar you put in there goes straight to putting somebody on a cruise. All right? This is not a professional HO1, whatever it is, charity thing where people's wages need to be paid. Everybody is a volunteer. Every dollar that we make goes back to putting somebody on a cruise ship. At the end of the day, that's it. So, feel free, feel comfortable. Hey, and if anybody wants to check the books, go ahead. I'm open for you to look at all the PayPal accounts so you can see what's going on with the money. Don't care. The board is open and we are ready for big things to come. We know where the money goes, and we know the lives that we're changing. It is phenomenal. So we have some people who put in $5 a week. Some people who put in 20 cents a week. Who cares? It all goes to help, and it all goes to get somebody on a cruise ship. And I can tell you, if you look at the faces, if you talk to people like Scott and Amber, the Kennys of the world, all of those people who have been recipients, they will say to you, man, that was the best experience they've ever had.
That's so true. And I think, many of us can relate to our first experience on a cruise ship, like we were just talking about. And I saw Lisa had a comment here. I'm trying to scroll up. Again, I'm sorry about chat today, guys. I just want to make sure that since we have Sean on, that we're covering all the information for this. But she was talking about her first time on a cruise ship and, seeing the magic. And I think that's a good name too, because, seeing the magic. I mean, I don't know.
Lisa wants to know whether she can donate if she doesn't have a PayPal account.
Yes.
If she scans the QR code, will it still let her do it?
Yes. You don't need to have the PayPal account to be able to make the donation. Just scan the QR code. What it does is it brings up the PayPal Pay Me section, and you can then make your payment. You do not need to have a PayPal account to make the payment.
That's a great question. I didn't even think about that. That's a great question. Thank you, Lisa, so much for asking that question. And cruising scene has come in. Hello, good morning.
G'day, Shaz and Gaz.
Sherry's here as well.
Sherry?
Who is?
Destination Fun.
Oh, yeah, Sherry. G'day, Sherry.
Good morning, Sherry. Sorry I skipped over you. I hope you're doing well. It's my partner in crime. So I wanted to kind of also talk about, Sean, like how's a way, let's say, we've got the Alaska cruise coming up. What's a way that we can nominate somebody?
Okay. So if you've got somebody in mind that you'd like to nominate, first of all, some of the rules are that they can't be a family member, unfortunately. But what you can do, and you can't nominate yourself. What you need to do is find somebody you want to nominate, put together a 2 to 5 minute video, present that video to the board. The board will then make a decision as to whether or not they are funds willing, able to put that person on board a cruise ship. And the key thing is when you nominate the person and you give us that video, just tell us why you think that person deserves a cruise. What, as much as you possibly know about that person, so that we as a board, because we will do our due diligence and go out and check them out. So we will be asking, for you to give us some good info as to why you think they deserve to go on a cruise ship, and then we will go ahead and do our due diligence and get on with it.
That is awesome. I don't know of anybody that I could nominate, but if you do, I know that Sean's the person, and Meg and Danny, they are the ones to connect with to, if you had any questions. But Danny has been so nice and has put the website here. So, and I know that when I was looking at the website this morning, that there, again, is a reminder of the ways to submit a video for an individual. And also too, I mean, I was reading about the website, and, I was reading your website, and I was just watching the videos, and I'm not going to share the videos because I'm going to be honest with you. When Andrew's here later today, he can share the screen a lot better than I do. I'll end the live. I do not want to do that.
Which video got you the most?
Actually, I've watched Kenny's before, and that, when he was talking about he had never seen the ocean, that touched me. But today I was watching with Danny, and his take on being a part of it. And that's what kind of, it connected with me in the fact that, um, doing something out of the kindness, being a part of something so special and being kind to other individuals, and seeing something magical happen for somebody on going on their first cruise, to me is just what's amazing, like doing something for somebody else. I mean, and again, I touched on it earlier, just, you never know what individuals are going through, and you never know what one act of kindness can do for another person. And at the end of the day, when we look back, it's not about the money. It's not about the souvenirs and the things that sometimes we put as a priority, but those memories and how we felt, how another individual made us feel, and if you go through life beating other people down, and you go through life just being like, no, you're not going to get that in return. And I hope individuals in the chat, I don't think anybody in the chat is like that. And I hope, if not, I hope you're not. But when you give selflessly and then do something for another individual, you have such an impact. And to me, that is what I kind of connected with this morning, was that impact. Last time when we were kind of new to the Helping Hands for Cruising, I connected with Kenny and the fact of never seeing the ocean. And again, I thought about Andrew. I thought about my uncle's a diver, and he does, videos of sharks and stuff like that, and his channel and his YouTube channel. And I thought about, like, those types of things, like those magical moments. But then again, just being a person of and doing something, like you said, 20 cents, $5 more, whatever you can, it just can be so impactful. This week, I went to Starbucks and I went and got my pumpkin spice coffee and spent $5. And for one coffee, you can completely help change somebody's world, and so that's.
You were reading my mind there. I was just going to say, for a cup of coffee, you could help put someone on a cruise.
Yeah. And I just, to me, Danny Griswold, his video, Griswold Family Vacay, his video this morning was what I was watching.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing Lisa there. She's got another question there.
I'm scrolling.
Second from the bottom, third from the bottom.
Also, welcome in Barry Brain.
Hi, Barry Brain.
Yeah. G'day, Barry. How you going? Message for you, Barry. Duck says g'day. Another question: if someone is nominated, it's just that person or their whole immediate family. Okay, so Lisa, the way that the actual charity works, it's the person and their. Okay, so if I was going to say to you that it was you on your own, it would be you and your partner. If the kids were to come along, the kids would be an extra and would be out of your pocket. I'm sorry. There's just so much money that we've got that we couldn't put a whole family on board a cruise ship. But it would be, for example, somebody who was incapacitated, them and their carer would go on board the cruise ship. We would have maybe the person who was actually, if say, for example, we had a person who was a carer of somebody, we'd send them and a partner with them to have a bit of respite. Or if it was somebody out on their luck, down on their luck, we would send them and their partner on board a cruise ship. Remember that every time you book a cruise ship, the cabin is always taken at dual occupancy. We have to pay that regardless whether we have one or two. If there were 3 or 4 to go in there, then we would ask you to pay the difference. And the difference is not that much, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, the most amounts in the first 2.
It really is. I know to add Chloe, it's like $169, so.
Sorry, Jen, but you've already been on a cruise?
Oh, and I know.
I'm stirring.
I was like, no.
I'm stirring.
I was saying if you had children or a third person, it's I feel it's very reasonable for the third person. It's the first two that sometimes I have a hard time with.
Yep.
And well, Sean, I guess I would ask you, like, back to the question, like, what to you out of the two videos was most impactful?
For me, because I was there, was watching Donovan do his. If you go onto the YouTube channel and you're a new person, you'll always see Donovan Rush, who is one of our original board members. He does a video there of helping hands, and to me, that's always the highlight, because he's showing you from his heart what changes he's made in his life in order to assist with Kenny being on board that ship. So that's always my highlight video.
Gotcha.
Scott, I saw Mustard Drill, and I'm so sorry, Sean. Mike, I was going to say,
Yep.
for you, have you ever had an individual that was their first cruise that you went with them on?
Yeah, like I said, we took my son's friend this past cruise that we just got off of on Liberty of the Seas. And, of course, they knew the ships were big, but when you pull up to the port and you actually see how big they are, and it just – he wasn't one that's like, oh, okay, I want to go on a cruise. I really want to go on a cruise. Well, once he got on the cruise and seen how it was, now he's ready to book other cruises. So it really changes your thought process on it. And just seeing everything. I mean, we went to Bermuda, and Bermuda's beautiful anyway. So, yeah, it's a different feeling you get when you see somebody do something for the first time.
Man, where else can you get on a vacation where your accommodation, your food, your entertainment, your travel are all included? I mean, seriously. I mean, that's just some of the bits. The opportunity to meet new people, the opportunity to see world-class shows, see a new place. You wake up in the morning and, oh, there it is. Bermuda, honestly.
I know. You know, and for me, I still get excited. I mean, even if I've been to Cozumel, I don't know how many times, like seeing Cozumel, like when you're pulling into port and you see the island and you see like the you know, just the sights, you know, like the beautiful sand, or, you know, just the town, the smell of the ocean, just those sensory things that you see. Just, to me, it doesn't matter how many cruises you go on, they still feel magical. But trying to explain those to somebody who's never been on a cruise is just, again, I'll go back to Mama Jen. We showed her videos of the ship. We showed her videos of the exact itinerary we were going on in Half Moon Key and in Nassau and Key West. And she was like, oh, okay. And she was excited. But the excitement of when she saw the places and just like how incredible it was just, to me, like the best part. And because you can't explain, like, the salty air, the birds, you know, hearing the seagulls, you know, the sand, the sound of the waves, that you just can't explain that.
But hang on. Before we go on, let me ask you guys a question. Interior or balcony?
For us?
Well,
yes.
Go ahead, Clark.
So I normally do an interior just so I can get as many cruises as I can, because I know I can go up to the deck and see everything. But for Alaska is a place where you're going to be going through different areas where you're going to be seeing everything as you go, and we got a balcony for that one.
So here's the reason why I asked the question. It's morning. You're having breakfast on the balcony. You're watching the world go by as you enter a new port. I just leave you with that thought.
Yep.
Exactly. For us, we were kind of like Clock, just whatever we could get on whatever would get us on the ship. um, and we actually like interior rooms because of how dark it is and how we get the best sleep. But who wants to sleep through their whole cruise? But we love our interior rooms. But then we experienced a balcony for the first time earlier this year. It's a game changer. It really is. Um,
Hey, just very quickly, just to let you know, and I'm looking. I've got my eye here on the balance. We're currently sitting at 26.56. Thank you, folks. And if you've donated, thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
Yep.
Yes. And let me find the link. I know Meg was saying her first cruise was gifted to her on her 22nd birthday. Took her many years to get back on, but it changed her life.
Yep.
Jimmy said he's spoiled. He likes a balcony. Lisa said balcony. Love having coffee in my nightgown as we pull into port.
Yep.
Good morning, Will G. I hope you're doing well.
G'day, Will G.
Mr. Paul said interior. Good morning, Sharon. I don't know if I said hello to you.
G'day, Sharon.
Mike and Rihanna said they're looking forward to their first cruise next year and getting to meet everyone on a group cruise.
Yeah, he's a TA in the making.
I know. And I was trying to go back so I could make sure to share the link here. Here's the PayPal link. I have Nightbot dropping it today too, but I know Meg and Danny D have also been sharing it. Guys, please just, like Sean said earlier, the cost of a coffee, your morning bagel, $1, 10 cents, whatever you have. If you could just please, go to the PayPal link in US dollars, make us a donation and be a part of changing somebody's life. Multiple individuals. But
just below that, no, I haven't been up all night. It is currently 11:46 at night. I've got about 16 more shows to go, and then I will be fine. And this is the first one of the day for you guys. So, like I said, I've got 16 more to go, and then I'll be able to. No, I won't. I'll probably do another 2 or 3, and then I'm going to hit the hay.
Gotcha.
I was trying to pull up the PayPal. I was going to make a donation while we're live, but but I just wanted to just share with everybody the magicalness of being a part of something so amazing. And
now,
for those,
Kenny had the most amazing cabin.
Kenny had the most amazing.
Yeah,
Ocean view.
He had an ocean view cabin. Now, interestingly enough, his ocean view cabin was right at the front of the ship, just above the bridge.
Wow.
So where we were going.
Yeah.
That's
pretty cool.
That's a really cool room.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's really cool. He said we left off. Mr. Paul said we left off the most important part of the cruise nap.
Mate, we don't want to openly admit that because then everybody would want to go on the cruise just for the nap. We want them to have a bit of fun, the bars and the nightclubs and the. Yeah, okay, shut up, Sean.
There's something about those cruise naps that are just there's something else. That's why we like
I've got a picture of Ilana. We did a cruise on the Sun Princess to the South Pacific, which is similar to the cruise we're going to be doing on the Celebrity Edge, and we had come back from an excursion, and Ilana just decided she would just have a quick lie down on the bed, and she was lights out. 30 seconds, lights out, and I've got this photo of her lying on the bed, half asleep. those cruise naps are incredible.
They really are.
The way the ship rocks, it just puts you right to sleep. So I'm always scared to sit down on the bed when we're like going in between shows and stuff like that because I'm always scared that I'm going to fall asleep.
If ever anybody suffers from FOMO, that has got to be the real FOMO. You miss what show did I miss? Who did I miss having dinner with?
Yes, I've done that. Just I sat on the bed and everybody's saying the pizza nap is the best. Andrew, that is Andrew's like favorite part of cruising is getting a good pizza and then just taking a good nap. Like that's what he enjoys about cruising is those pizza naps. I wish he was awake. He would be all about this conversation. um, when you go to the James Ketney said, when you go to the gangway to the ship, your heart drop in tears. When thank you so much, Helping Hands for Cruising and everyone. Somebody who could never do that. That's so true. Like I know again, like just seeing the experience of the gangway and people welcoming you on board and you walk into the lobby and there's the Caribbean music and you see, just the excitement of embarkation day. I mean, there's a reason we're Embarkation Nation because that excitement of just being on the ship is just incredible.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I mean, James was one of those that was fortunate enough to experience. Him and Cindy were fortunate enough to get a go on the cruise. I tell you what, like we say, you get them walking onto the gangway, and the minute they look at the gangway and they start looking at, oh my God, this thing is bloody huge. Am I really going on that? Am I really getting to enjoy a week, 2 weeks on that thing? Makes a difference.
It does, Sean. It really, really does. This makes me ready for our cruise. We've got a ways to go, but it makes me ready. Mm-hmm. So, Paul is reminding us that, we're nearing the, end of the hour and that the astute tourist, Mr. Jimmy, will be live next. I did want to get Will G's comments here. I did it on my last cruise and missed the 80s deck party. Yes, we've done that. Fallen asleep on those naps.
Yeah.
Lisa said she boarded, mustered, and then passed out. Missed the first evening. Oh no.
I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I come back from a cruise, I think I need a bloody vacation to recover from the cruise.
I have felt that way. That's why back-to-backs, I've never experienced one, but I'm like, for those who have, I'm like, did it fulfill that need to not want to get off the ship as soon as you do? But I know we're wrapping up. Mr. Sean, did you want to kind of lead us out? And I know Clock's got a proposition for everybody. So,
folks, first of all, Jen, thank you for having me up. Second of all, let me say, if you have ever had the experience of jumping on a cruise ship for the very first time, and you know of somebody who would desperately deserve this opportunity, number one, put it in a video and let us get them on board a ship. Number two, donate so that we can fulfill somebody else's dream. That's it.
And as far as my proposition, if you donate $500, tomorrow on my live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be in a dress. And I will sit back there in the back where you can see me in all my glory in a dress. I have a black dress and a flower dress. So whoever picks it, get to pick whichever one they want me in. And we'll go along with that. And Sean has also propositioned that he would add on to that. Go ahead, Sean.
So if you put in an extra $500, not only will you see Clocky in all his glory, but you will see me in a dress. I believe I will be wearing makeup as well. So Ilana tells me. Add another $500 to that, you will be seeing Dewey in a dress. Add another $500 to that, you will be seeing Crystal in her see-through bikini. Add another $500, Kenny's dad, Pa, will be in a dress. Add another $500, we will have Ilana in a see-through bikini. So there you go. My next live stream will not be this weekend, unfortunately, purely because the time zones do not match up with ours. For those that do not know, we're in Australia, so we're the other side of the world, and it's nighttime. You guys are busy having fun during the day. So our next live stream will be on Tuesday. There'll be the Helping Hands for Cruising live stream. And then Wednesday is Jimmy and I doing a joint venture. And then followed by that will be next week, Friday, is our next live stream as the Ducks.
Well, I know we're wrapping up. Danny D has shared Jimmy, the Astute Tourist's link here.
Yep.
Again, and I'm going to share Meg's comment here. You know, just if you're not aware of Helping Hands for Cruising, I hope at least today you've gained some knowledge of this incredible organization and the things that they do for this community. We are supporters of this organization. We love this organization. Just everything you do is just amazing. We are so happy to be a part of today, this weekend. I know we're going to be a part of it in our Alaska cruise and in future weekends. I know, Sean, you and I have talked about doing a separate show another time. We just are so grateful for all of you who joined today, all of your donations. Just please, like I said, again, if you can go to the PayPal link, any amount helps. You know, think about your Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks run, what you spend there, and then just think about that amount could be something amazing in completing somebody's dream, wish, or making a lifetime memory for them. I just, again, I hope that we've raised some money today. I'm going to put together a drawing for our next live. I was trying to be creative and have two separate lives, you know, so two different things, but I'll have a drawing in the next live. Angel will be up, and so he can help me run things a little better on the, because I'm always afraid of ending the stream. But again, I'm so excited. Please go to Jimmy's live and continue supporting today. There's a great lineup. There's going to be great individuals, and again, support this organization. It means
just
a lot
for you, a sign-off figure, 2,675. So yes, you did make some money today. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm gonna hop over to Jimmy's, so I will catch you all later.
I appreciate you.
Yep,
I appreciate you.
Clocky.
Sean, I can't thank you enough for hopping on with me. I always enjoy chatting with you and hearing about Australia and cruises and the amazing things that you're doing. I can't thank you enough.
Just come on down.
No, my aunt and uncle just booked they're going on the month-long cruise. They go back to Brisbane next year. They enjoyed it. They did it this year, and now they're going back next year. They tried to get us to go, but I can't take the time off work currently.
Just tell your boss you've got my permission.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't appreciate that, but we're going to try to make it happen. That it's on our list. It's just maybe need a little more time from work to do it right.
Not a problem.
And Michael is reminding us that you don't have to donate during the lives. Go to the PayPal link anytime to make a donation. That is completely true. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for that. Again, you know, it doesn't have to be today. I just know that the link's there. It's a little easier. But, you know, again, you know, like Sean said, some individuals donate 20 cents a week, $5 a week. Anything that you can do just helps. And again, thank you all for being here this morning. We're going to be back in a couple hours, and we'll do a drawing. I'm going to put together a couple things, and whoever we'll do a raffle, and whoever wins gets a nice little gift from us.
Now, Jen, don't be offended. If I make it, yay. If I don't, I'm sorry, but I'm dead to the world.
I'm just grateful you hopped on this morning. Like I didn't send you the link because I figured you'd be asleep, but I am so grateful for you. I appreciate you.
Likewise.
We're gonna we're gonna sign off. Please go to Jimmy, the astute tourist, and continue on today. See y'all soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.